My name is Barrett Stover. I'm the owner of Revolution Sports Performance, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips of how to throw harder if you're a high school pitcher. Tip number 1, you have to get big. Body weight and lean body mass both correlate with throwing velocity. So basically, the bigger you are, think Paul Skeen, 6'5", 250. Same thing with Jack Caglione, 6'5", 6'6", 250. These dudes are massive. So they create gas more or less. Part of the reason they create so much gas is because of their body size. So obviously fat isn't as good, so the lean body mass does play a factor. So how do we get bigger and how do we get more lean body mass? Eat a ton and lift more. So oversimplification, but make sure that you're in a program where you're lifting properly, you have someone coaching you, you're being pushed, progressive overload's happening over time, and not rushing just to max out, just to put up good numbers, but you're keeping that good form, and you're moving in all 3 planes of motion, and then you have to be able to put the fork to your mouth yourself. We tell all of our athletes, if you gain weight, you get 100% of the credit. If you're not getting weight, you get 100% of the blame. We don't feed you, so when you're home and you're by yourself, you have to eat until you feel uncomfortably full, and then you have to go back and eat more. So eating has to be a huge priority, and you have to get in the gym 3 to 5 times a week. Tip number 2, get on a throwing program designed by a professional that knows what they're doing. So big part of just developing into a better athlete is having a plan and having a purpose to execute that plan. So if you're in high school and you're writing your own throwing program, probably not the best idea. There's a lot of professionals across the country, and I think we do a really good job here at RSP of writing throwing programs to help people develop. I know when I was in high school, if my arm felt good, I went out and I long tossed as far as I could. Most of the time I wasn't built up to that, so my arm would be sore for 3 or 4 days, and then I'd basically shut down and try to build back up from there, and that process would repeat itself over and over again, where I think it's pretty safe to say I wasn't making continuous gains. Instead, if you have someone that knows what they're doing, put together a program, it'll build up slowly, so you're constantly building the arm capacity, and then you're gonna have built-in high intent days when you're ready to do it, and your arm and your shoulder have the muscular capacity to withstand that type of stress. That should also help immensely over time. As pitch counts might go up a little bit, you have, again, the ability to do that because you've been training and your shoulder and your elbow have the muscular capacity around it to withstand that type of stress, because in the practice and in the lead up to your games, you have trained properly. So make sure you have a throwing program. It's very underrated, and it's a huge part of becoming a better pitcher and gaining velo. Tip number 3, you have to throw with intensity. The example we give with this is if you are trying to max out in a bench press competition and you want to hit 315 pounds in 2 months, but you never do more than 150 pounds going up to that meet, you're probably not gonna lift 350 pounds or 315 pounds. You have to train yourself accordingly, so you have to have some max effort throws. When our general program, if you look at the overall max intensity throws, we're somewhere around 10% of the total volume is at somewhere that's like over 90%. So it's not a huge amount, but it's specifically placed in those throwing programs that I just talked about so that we can push the body to move faster, we can get the arm accommodated to game-like stress, or maybe even a little bit more than, so when you get to that game, you are ready to go with that. So make sure that you have high intensity days and they're programming them properly, so you're not just randomly doing your high intensity days at your own discretion. Bonus tip to throw harder, make sure you give Revy plenty of love every time you come in to work out, and it's at least +3. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review. Leave a comment, tell us what you like, what you didn't like, and we'll put up more content just for you.